I'm on a journey to platinum all the Resident Evil games by the end of the year. That means the amazing ones, the terrible ones, and my favorites, even if there isn't a platinum. And today's video we are continuing with
Resident Evil
1. Like with the previous video and the ones coming up, we're trying to get as many of the trophies out the way as possible, and we try and start on the hardest mode in this, but at the moment you can only start on mountain climbing mode, which is basically the hardest way you can start this run, and we kind of progress from there. Once we figure this out, and it's the hardest one we want to start on, what we want to do is we want to pick a character, and of course it's going to be Jill Valentine because we're going to be doing as much as possible, and Jill has a bigger inventory than Chris. She takes less damage, but we're not really going to be getting bit a lot during this playthrough, unlike in Resident Evil 0, which had a million zombies in it. Our first trophy comes in the form of Barry saving us from getting crushed. This is another benefit Jill gets. She doesn't need to get a broken shotgun, she just gets saved by Barry. As long as you do it in this order and don't go somewhere else and then have Barry not come and save you and you get crushed. But Barry saves us, we get a trophy, and then shortly afterwards we actually get another trophy in the next room, using the weapon that we actually just got Barry's help with. Can I blow its head off? First kills are special. Defeat a zombie. And I don't need to burn the body, because I just did it with that. What you just heard there about burning the bodies, that's actually a new mechanic to the remake, where, unlike other Resident Evil games, if you leave these bodies on the ground, they will get back up. If they don't have a head, it's fine, like what just happened there. But if they have a head, and you've just shot them full of bullets, they're going to get back up, and they're going to rush you down and claw your face off. We don't actually really need to worry about that because we're not really going to be killing much zombies during this playthrough, but this is one that's mandatory that gets up on his own. He's already dead on the ground, and he's quite fun to kind of juke around, as you can see here. It's a lot easier to avoid zombies in this game than it is in Resident Evil 0. No idea why. It might just be because I know this game better than Resident Evil 0, but yeah, it's a lot more fun in this game. Trust me. After running around the mansion a bunch, grabbing some keys, getting some weapons, and getting a few of the masks, we actually run into Richard and we have to save him with a serum, so that's what we do. Grab the serum, come back, and then we get this next trophy. Delaying the inevitable. Save Richard with a serum. We then come across our very first boss, which is the Crimson Head Prototype 1. So this is the only mandatory Crimson Head fight you have to do. He's just a bit stronger than most of the Crimson Heads, but at this point you'll have a grenade launcher with Jill, and she'll just blast the hell out of it. The trophies are actually fairly spread out in this game, so unlike some games like looking at you, Resident Evil 2, you don't get about 20 trophies all at once. You get like one after another, boss after boss, every so often, but it's good. And once this boss goes down, we get our next trophy. Gravedigger! Defeat Crimson Head Prototype 1. Hey, how that thing runs at you. Yeah, the hunched over like, ugh. Work theory, extra. A little bit further on in the game we come across one of my most hated areas just because of how terrified it made me as a child when I played the original Resident Evil 1. All these sharks attacking you in this big tank, and if you guys have watched the stream, you know I'm terrified of like underwater sections in video games. Even things with like sharks or things that you can't see in the water. Like for example, this freaking giant shark that you can see underneath the water here. Yeah, you don't want to mess with this shark. Don't stay out here for too long. But once we've drained this tank and we have fried ourselves some fish, then we get our next trophy, and I never need to look at this area again. Funnily enough, our next trophy doesn't actually come from a boss. You have to defeat a boss to get it, but with Jill you don't actually get a trophy for killing Plant 42, which is this big ass plant right here. You get a trophy for getting the key, which is pretty much Garden, which is in this fireplace right here. This boss will come into play much later on in a different run, and you will see it's not an easy boss to beat if you're trying to do a specific scenario together with another trophy. You will see, trust me. That know how it works? Hey, Flash. Keymaster, woo! As we get back to the mansion, we get a short cutscene which introduces us to the next thing which will actually get us a trophy. The Hunters, which are a very well-known enemy in the Resi games. Thankfully, it's not a certain enemy from Resident Evil 0. Who designed these things? Umbrella, obviously, but who in the actual game department? Who thought this was a good idea? But we don't talk about them. Are you not dead? Who's the hunter now? Defeat a hunter. It just saves in time. I can't remember what game it is that does that. Is it the older ones? Because I know there's something that affects... I think... It might be Code Veronica, actually. Because if you just use herbs, you're fine, but if you use a first aid spray for some weird reason, it's like, nope, you should not have used that. Now we're going to take, like, all your rank away from you. And with the key that Planet 42 graciously gave us, we get to fight a big snake, and we get another trophy. Please. I nearly cried when I beat her. Bye, Yon. Giant snake got nothing. Bitch. Now that we've opened every door in the mansion pretty much, now we have to go down to the underground area, which is one of my least favourite areas when you're doing like a zero save run and things like that. Thankfully, the first run we're doing with Jill, we're saving, we're healing, all that sort of stuff. But when you're doing a no save run, this is one of the most terrifying area. There's hunters, there's spiders that can poison you, there's boulders that can crush you and insta-kill you. Yeah, not a fun time. But we will kill another boss here and we'll get another trophy. Wow, that was easy. Spider sense. Defeat Black Tiger. Finally, after traversing the underground and not getting crushed by a boulder or poisoned by a giant spider or killed by a hunter, we finally get the medallions in the door behind the stairs at the start of the game, and we venture down to the underground where we're going to encounter Lisa Trevor for the final time. We will actually encounter Barry again, and I could have got another weapon here, but I choose to save it for a bit later on because it's kind of helpful doing it this way. Plus, in this run we're going for save everybody, so it makes it a bit more useful. Also, given Barry has gone back, also gets us a trophy. How much I hate that game now, after playing it. Oh, trust him. Nice. Also, another part you can die on very easily if you're doing a zero save run. This part, Lisa can actually just knock you off the edge. So, for example, if she jumped over here and hit me, I would just fly off the edge and die. Very scary part here, but thankfully this is the second to last insta-death area. There is only one more, but as long as you're careful, you will not die there. No trophy for beating Lisa, sadly, but we do get one when we get down to the lab. Oh, where the magic happens. Break into the lab using Jill. I'm starting to like that trophy sound. Can you guys actually believe that Wesker's an evil guy? The guy who wears sunglasses indoors releases this big-ass tyrant to kill us? Yeah, I was a bit shocked when I was a kid as well. But we take down the tyrant with this magnum that we've got. It's not Barry's magnum, so it's not as strong, but still a pretty massively powerful gun. And once he's down, we don't actually get a trophy for tyrant either. It's a bit weird how some of these bosses don't have trophies. But once we've done that, we open up a few doors. The self-destruct system starts activating, so it frees Chris, who is actually trapped down here. Don't know how he got down here, but he's trapped in an area down here. We will get a trophy for saving him. And then, pretty much, we're going to get a bunch of trophies at the end. Only thing that stands in our way is Tyrant again, because he gets back up, but he's a pushover. Oh, fuck! That was too close. Jill, move away, move away. Bitch. Nice. She was holding her hip there. I wonder how much damage that actually did. Finish the game using Jill. Oh. Finish the game saving Chris and Barry using Jill. Very nice. Can we skip this? Yep. Yep. What did we get?
Jill, you did it fine.
Oh, we did! Like taking candy from a baby. Finish the game on very easy difficulty or higher. Finish the game in 5 hours. Finish the game on easy difficulty or higher. Finish the game on normal difficulty or higher. Nice. So is it less than 3 hours or is it 3 hours and a half when you get the rocket launcher and the other one? Now play with features from the prototype version. Real survival. Okay. Closet key, cool. Samurai Edge. Wait, how do you get the rocket launcher? Oh, are you kidding me? It's less. Completing the game in less than 3 hours on normal difficulty or higher. Nah. Nah. We're close to being able to get that. That's 9 minutes. I can shave 9 minutes off this. Nice. Alright, how much time did we save? Did we save 9 minutes?
Jill, you did a fine.
Yes! Yes! Finished the game in 3 hours. I saved pretty much over 10 minutes. Wow. Awesome. So now we've unlocked the other features. We've unlocked the Samurai Edge and we've unlocked the rocket launcher. So now, I don't even need to do anything. I'm just overpowered as shit now. So one run and already 19 trophies down. Pretty good haul for the first run. And now we have the rocket launcher, which is going to make Chris's run even easier. And I hate doing Chris's run because he has less inventory space. He does take less damage, but it's just a lot harder because he needs keys as well instead of the lockpick that Jill has. This next run pretty much just goes like this. Seeing red. Defeat a Crimson Head, which is the first time we've done it. Bye-bye. Woo! Not waiting to exhale. Survive the first encounter with Yon. Easy. Which would make it easier to do the... it would make it easier to do the under 3 hours, because you'd have an infinite handgun. So if you can't do both in the one run like I did... Hey, not just any object. Herbicide. Defeat Plan 42 using Chris. Nice. So I guess I have to do both either way, right? I have to kill it with Rebecca and then I have to kill it with Chris. Save Rebecca from a hunter. Rebecca, you should have been able to kill this hunter. How many of these did you kill in RE0?
Chris!
God.
Okay.
Useless. It was after a mid-strike and I was like, how the fuck did he do that? Because I was like, there's no way he avoided all this by pressing the button. Oh. Obtain the last book, volume 2. Now I have peace and quiet to do it. Like, shut up, Lisa. Get in your pit. Oh, there was. Okay, I didn't even realize. I must have just skimmed over that one. So he was about here, right? So if I pull him back, do the same thing. Oh, right. That's perfect, isn't it? That must be. But just in case, we're gonna get a third. Oh, there's not a third. Okay, well, I guess we're doing it with 2 then. Let's see if we can get it. Not taking any chances. Burn a zombie. Hey! Break out the marshmallows. Burn up 2 zombies at the same time with a lighter. Awesome. So, no crimson heads up here. And now time to do it in the lab. The only thing is I'm trying not to die, because I don't want to have that die trophy until the very end.
Jill?
Sorry I made you wait. Save Jill from confinement. Also, the most fun thing in Chris's run with the rocket launcher is the fact I don't even need Brad's rocket launcher. Okay, that's fine. Oh shit! We're on easy mode. How did he deflect the rocket? You the man, Chris. Finish the game using Chris. The nightmare ends. Finish the game saving Rebecca and Jill using Chris. And?
Chris, you did a fine job.
We're in this together. Finish the game with Jill and Chris. Finish the game without saving. And there we go. So finished it in 2 hours, 17 minutes. To be fair, considering I had an infinite rocket launcher and the other time I was just using Jill without infinite weapons, it only took me like... I was only about 40 minutes quicker. Which is actually crazy. Even though during those 2 runs we have actually done quite a lot, we still need to do a few more runs just to get a few other things out of the way. During this run, I make sure Chris gets poisoned so that Rebecca has to save him. You can actually do this the same with Plant 42 as well, but it's a bit more of a hassle, so I just left that one just now. So just like Richard, as soon as we give him the serum, then we get the trophy. Hey, bravo Rebecca. I'm only on caution, that's fine. That'll do.
Oh, thank God I made it in time.
Chris is like... Oh yeah, did I also mention on this mode that we're doing it on just now, none of the item boxes link. So this is called Real Survival Mode. It counts as hard mode as well, so we're doing 2 trophies in one. But all the item boxes, whenever you put an item into an item box, normally it will link to every item box so you can pick it up from wherever you are in the mansion. Real Survival Mode, however, takes this away. So doing this with Chris is actually really difficult because he's got less inventory spaces and he requires keys to open certain doors that Jill would usually just use with her lockpick. But because it's hard mode at the same time, I was like, let's weigh that out with how much damage Chris can take compared to her. So yeah, this whole mode right here has been done on Real Survival Mode, which is hard mode, and with Chris. Thankfully we do make it through the game fairly smoothly, and we will get a bunch of trophies with this one as well. With her again. But I guess I could just do it on easy with the rocket launcher and just plow through that really quick tomorrow. Hey, every man for himself. Finish the game without saving anyone.
Chris, you did a fine job.
Oh, it was just over 3 hours. Finish the game on hard. Nice. Survival horror. Finish the game in real survival mode. Nice. Now try to survive with invisible enemies. So yeah, as you see there, there's an even harder mode, which is invisible enemy mode, which, as you guessed it, every enemy is invisible. Funny thing is, you can actually see the reflections in water, so if there's any sort of reflection on the ground from like a puddle or anything like that, you can actually see the enemies, which is kind of cool. But we're going to be doing that in a minute. We're just going to go back and do some other miscellaneous things which we've missed, and they're fairly easy to do right now. So first trophy we go for, in the meantime, is to get Barry's weapon, which will give us all the weapons in the game because we've got everything already. There we go, that's the Starsenal trophy out of the way. The next one is called Every Nook and Cranny, and it's actually very misleading with the way it words it. The way this trophy actually words it is to visit all places on the map. That is not correct. So as you just saw when I pulled up the map there, if a room is red, then you need to make sure that you find every item in that room. This trophy basically tasks you with picking up every single item in the game. Because if a room is red, that means you haven't explored it fully. If it's kind of white or clear, as you can see some of these rooms are greyish, then it means that you've collected every item and you can move on. When you get to the last room, which is the room where you kill Tyrant on the helipad, if you get there and you don't unlock this trophy, then you've messed up somewhere. Then thankfully with me doing that and reloading a save that I made, I can get this next trophy out of the way. Annoyingly, I did mess something up though, because if you don't keep doing the once again option when you load up a game, it doesn't count as you completing it multiple times with different people. You need to do about 4 completions with Chris and Jill, and then once you've done that, you unlock this next trophy. So I had to do pretty much one more extra run just because of this.
Jill, you did a fine job.
So if you guys are going for this yourself, I highly recommend you make sure you load the save and then do once again every time you're doing a playthrough. Otherwise, you'll have to do another run. And you guessed it, we've only got a few trophies left to go, which are finish the game on invisible enemy mode, finish the game using only your knife, so that means no lighter, no defensive items, or stomping on zombie heads, and to die for the first time. So we do all of these in one run. I can't be bothered doing any more runs with this, and I was like, you know what, we're just going to get them all done right at once so we can get this done. Ignore the hair, watch the gameplay, and enjoy some of these crazy moments from the invisible enemy mode. Oh god, I just realised they're invisible. What is this? What is it? What is it? What is this? Yeah, Barry constantly going, what is it? What is this? You were almost a Jill sandwich. You're right. Fuck, stop attacking me from behind. Oh, he's dead? No freaking way, he's dead. That didn't actually take that many. I was worried there because I was running low on health. Okay, so one mandatory boss out of the way. Oh my god, why am I doing this to myself? Okay, so there's one here as well. That's good to know. Oh, come on! Oh, no way! No way, we actually did it! Fuck yes! Why would I doubt myself? Why would I ever doubt myself? I don't know why I was so scared of doing some of these bosses with a knife while they're invisible. I've pretty much like played this game so much that I know every fucking every fucking thing the bosses can do. Like, he can sometimes fake you out and come around the other way, but he seems to be playing ball this time. Oh, there we go. Nice. Fucking hell, that took forever. How many hits was that? That was like 30 hits or something. Oh, I can see him in the water. Tyrant's dead. That pretty much means I've done this. Hopefully the knife one unlocks, because I know it can be a little bit iffy. Let's see.
Chris, you did a fine job.
Ghost of a chance. Finish the game in invisible enemy mode. Funny, I completed it in less than 3 hours as well. So I get the infinite rocket launcher for invisible enemy mode. Hey! CQC for the win. Finish the game using only your knife, no lighter, defensive items, and stomping on zombies' heads. Oh, nice! Congratulations! Message from our director. Unused costume designs. Wait, what? Thank you for taking the time to play all the way through Biohazard Resident Evil. If you're reading this letter, I salute you. You're a truly remarkable player. I imagine you must have some pretty memorable experiences along the way. The pain of seeing the game over screen time after time. We haven't actually seen the game over screen yet. The sweet taste of victory after you finally beat the game. The feelings of camaraderie you shared with your character. The excitement and the overwhelming sense of dread. We believe that games are more than just the product of a team of developers. It takes the support of dedicated players like you to make a game worthwhile. For this reason, we are truly delighted when someone enjoys one of our games as thoroughly as you have. Therefore, on behalf of the entire staff, please allow me to express our gratitude and congratulate you on a job well done. Thank you very much for playing, Shinji Mikami. So we are one trophy away from getting the platinum. And it's to die for the first time, funnily enough. And because dying for the first time is our last trophy, we need to do it in style. So I load back up invisible enemy mode and we get back to the lab section. And if you guys have played Resi before, you probably know where this is going. And then our friend here is going to help us out with platinum. Get used to it. Die for the first time. Well, considering I did the entire game without dying, I don't really need to get used to it. And platinum's platinum. Earn all the trophies. Nice. With that, that is all the trophies done for the Resident Evil 1 remake, and what a blast it was. I absolutely adore this game. It's always one of my favourites. I could literally replay the entire mansion in my head, just beat for beat. I could literally tell someone where to go just by closing my eyes. Everything in this game is just super fun, and in terms of difficulty for a Resident Evil game, I'd probably put it about a 6 or a 7. It's not super hard compared to the other ones, but it's not super easy as well, especially with invisible enemy mode, survival difficulty, not linking the boxes, things like that. Anybody who isn't familiar with the layout of the mansion would probably have a little bit of an issue with that, but by the time you've played it through a couple times for the other trophies, you would easily be able to do this. Anybody should play this game. Anybody should play the whole Resident Evil series actually, but if you guys are still a little bit iffy about it, keep an eye on this. You'll see my Platinum series for this. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video, like the channel, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.